Well, let's start out here going down the list of the new commits. We're going to go in oldest to newest commit. And let's start with linebacker Colby Johnson from Washington. He had Arizona and San Diego State as his other finalists. When you kind of look at the competition that Colorado had for Colby Johnson, it's a little less here in this case than the other guys we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah.
I'm curious your thoughts. He's 6'2", 200. So they're definitely looking at more speed than bulk at this stage of his career in terms of kind of what they like.
Yeah, it's funny, you go back 10, 20 years and that kind of size is a safety, and nowadays you got to have guys that can get out there and play that outside sort of field linebacker guy, can run whatever, and 6'2", 200, he's plenty big enough to put on more size as he gets here, but he's a kid that can run. Um, you know, was not as highly recruited as some of the other guys, but I think our staff took a look at him and thought he fits. And somebody made a point on our board about the three linebacker commits we have all have a different set of skills. In other
Definitely,
words,
yeah.
all three of them fit a different notch than the other ones. I don't feel like I'm making myself clear on that, but Colby Johnson is a whole different guy, than Rodney Colton or Carson Crawford, and he's not going to be to smash you in the face between the tackles guy for sure. So he's going to play out in space, I think, and cover guys and do things like that, and give you some other options on defense. So I think he's a good addition. Not the highest rated guy we'll have this year, but a really solid addition. And clearly they're going after linebackers this year, and they want to fill that room up with younger guys. And so I'm excited to have him.
Yeah, it's hard to say if he's going to be an inside or outside backer. I kind of envision, tell me what you think about this, of what they tried to turn Trevor Woods into last year in terms of being a kind of a situational dime backer out there. I could see Colby Johnson being that pretty early in his college career, as well as especially those linebackers. When you got the speed that he does, he clocked in at 10.87 seconds in the 100-meter dash. That's special teams written all over it right there as well.
Yeah, and I think that's a kid that can run. And Livingston seems to have, he sort of schemes his play calls towards the down and the distance and things like that. And so, you saw our two, we played mostly with two linebackers, and then we went in the nickel. But Colby Johnson gives you the opportunity to put a little bit bigger guy out there. And I don't know that he's going to play that same kind of role that our two primary inside backers did last year, which is sort of the complementary inside guys, and I don't know. One way I sort of describe it is they used to call it like traditional two inside linebackers, and you got to run to the right or the left, and you got truck and trailer. You think about a semi, you got a truck and you got a trailer, right? And the trailer kind of goes, and then two guys work together like that, whichever direction they go. He's not going to be one of those two inside guys. He's going to be one of those more, long distance passing down kind of linebackers that you could put out there, and he can cover all kinds of roles.